Francie Smith with me this morning. We're talking about Operation Christmas Child.
Yes.
I asked you today, and I was stunned by your response. I was like, oh, everybody knows about that. They don't.
No, sadly.
It is. I would have figured it had already been in every single church known to man.
I would love for it to be.
Only about a third.
About a third.
Goodness. Okay, well, tell us a little bit about the organization, how it got started, and what's the mission?
Well, Operation Christmas Child is a ministry of Samaritan's Purse.
Okay.
And it was begun actually in 1990 by a couple in Wales, in England.
Okay.
At that time, the Romanian conflict was going on, and a lot of children were in orphanages and in dire straits, pretty much in a hopeless situation. And this couple decided that they would pack shoeboxes with things that children might need and might enjoy, and on their own they transported them to Romania and handed them out in the orphanages. And it didn't take very long before they realized that of the potential that
That's a wow moment.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I've had the privilege of hearing from folks that actually participated in passing those out.
Yes.
And it's just so hard to explain for them.
After that, they approached Franklin Graham with Samaritan's Purse to partner with them and then to take it on as a ministry. And it has grown since 1993. There have been 157 million shoeboxes delivered to children around the world.
Incredible. And that's only with a third of the churches participating.
Yes.
Can you imagine if so many people can participate, even if you don't go to a church, or you don't go to church and you want to help, and you should go to church, find a church home. But if you hear that they're doing this, take time to go and fill up a shoebox and drop it off at that church. Or, I mean, it's really great. Now this is actually the plastic tin, but you've got just plain shoeboxes. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And what are some of the items? I know you do one for a boy, one for a girl, and then don't you typically label the box?
Yes.
Okay.
This one, the lid to this one, has a follow your box label. And what you can do is you can go online, and there's a requested donation of $9 that helps cover the cost of the transportation and the other expenses associated with getting the box overseas. And when you do that, you print off the label, and there's this code here. And when the shoebox gets to the processing center, the people there, as they're putting them in cartons to go overseas, scan that. And you will get word back what country your shoebox went to.
Oh, how nice is that? Yes, you get a little feedback and know what they're doing. Now, you can fill these things with some amazing things. This has a T-shirt, a washcloth, a little baseball, little toy, and then some writing paper and soap. And I mean, there's just so many things you can stuff a box with that they're just going to appreciate. And this could be the only gift they ever get.
For a great many of the children, they have never received a gift before. And truly, this is the only gift that they will probably in their lifetime get. Some of them are in very dire circumstances, and it brings joy to the children. They always tell us when we're packing the shoebox, you put hygiene items, you put school supplies and toys, and they say, try to put a wow item in there. And that item that's a wow item is when the child opens the box, their eyes light up and they go, wow.
Whether it's just a stuffed animal or just something fun for the kid, not just all stuff that we know that they need, clothes and, hygiene items like that. How can people, I mean, where do they go to help if they're not involved in their church with this?
They can go to SamaritansPurse.com, and there's a link to Operation Christmas Child. And they can pack a shoebox on their own. If you don't want to do the follow your box online, you can get one of these brochures. And of course on the back it has the labels for a boy and girl. It tells you what items can and cannot go in the shoebox. And there's even a little envelope that's attached to this with some information for you to fill out. So if you put your $9 donation in here and just slip it in the top of your box, when you fill the information out, you can get a tax receipt back. And you can take it to one of the drop-off locations in this area. Again, if you go to the website and put your your zip code in, it will bring up the collection site closest to you and the hours that collection site is open. And National Collection Week this year is November 18 through the 25th. It's always the third week in November, so there are a lot of collection sites around the area.
And what you just saw, those photos that you just saw, that was actually how far around the world these boxes go. That was just a little demonstration of how far these boxes will travel. And touching many hearts and making a lot of smiles out there. That's awesome. And your little alpaca shoebox, that's totally cute. They came up with a theme this year.
Yes, I'm actually the church relations coordinator for our local team, which is another way in which you can get involved. We have year-round volunteers, and my position on the team is to contact local churches and to encourage them to participate and to support the churches that are already participating. So kind of as an inspiration, we came up with Al. And Al is an alpaca, and he has Operation Christmas Child on one side. And then he says, alpaca shoebox.
We can all pack a shoebox.
We can all pack a shoebox.
That's
so
right.
he was our theme for this year.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't stand up there.
There he goes. There he goes. But just think, you can do a boy or a girl. You can do two boys. You can do two girls. You can do whatever you want. You can get your kids involved in this too, and all go shopping together, and then let them pack the shoebox. You do not have to wrap it. You leave it totally just a cover.
And you don't have to get a box from Operation Christmas Child. If you've got just an average size shoebox in your closet, you can wrap it if you'd like to. They request that you not wrap it totally sealed, because at the processing center they go through them and make sure some of those things that we mentioned that can't go, which are not very many things. Liquids can't go, toothpaste, no candy, and no war-related items, because for some of these children, they've been in countries where there has been conflict. And so they request that there's no war-related items in the box. But other than that, there's a lot of room for creativity in what you pack in your shoebox.
Well, Francie, it's been a pleasure this morning, and thanks for playing the game and letting Jamie be silly as Jamie can be.
I enjoyed it.
Now when you go back and say, I can't believe y'all sent me to that show. You have to come back anytime. Now, okay, tell me again, what week will everybody be collecting boxes?
National Collection Week is November 18 through 25.
Okay,
and again, go online and find the location nearest you and the hours it'll be open.
All right, thank you so much. Enjoyed it. All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, David Turner, we're going to talk to him. We're going to talk about some life insurance and some very important things that you need to know about and really check into before you get too old and you can't, and it costs too much money. He's going to save you money. We'll be back right after this.